today, we slowed down. On a simple drive to Unionville, we didn't just find a place, we found a reminder that God still speaks in quiet streets, old walls, and unexpected moments. Our first stop was a church, standing here since 1913. Over a century old, yet still a pillar of faith in this village. How many prayers have been whispered here? How many hearts have found peace within these walls? It reminded me that faith endures, even as time changes everything else. From there, we stepped into the Varley Art Gallery of Markham, a place where colors, stories, and imagination come alive. Walking through its doors felt like entering a dialogue between past and present, between human creativity and God's gift of inspiration. Every brushstroke, every sculpture, every detail held a story. Art has a way of showing us that beauty can rise from silence, that meaning can be found even in the smallest detail. In many ways, it is like faith itself, invisible, but deeply felt, guiding us, shaping us, reminding us that there is more to life than what we see. Here, the language is not words, it's color, form, and imagination. Every brushstroke tells a story. Every canvas holds a moment captured in time. I stood there and thought, isn't this what life feels like? Pieces of us scattered across years, fragments of joy, pain, faith, and hope, all stitched together into something larger than we can see up close. When the artist paints, he doesn't always begin with clarity. There are strokes of doubt, layers painted over, mistakes turned into new meaning. And yet, from the chaos of the process, a picture slowly emerges. Faith works the same way. We don't always understand the lines God is drawing in our lives. Sometimes they feel uncertain, sometimes they seem unfinished. But the longer we walk, the more we begin to see His masterpiece forming. Looking around these walls, I was reminded that beauty often comes not from perfection, but from persistence, from showing up, creating, and trusting the process. And maybe that's what God whispers through art. I am not finished with you yet. What you see as incomplete, I see as becoming. So I walked through the gallery slowly, letting each piece sink in, letting each color remind me of grace, and each canvas reflect the truth, that our lives too are works of art in progress. Stepping outside, we made our way to Unionville's Main Street, a place that feels frozen in time, yet alive with new stories each day. Here the old and the new walk hand in hand. Shops, cafes, laughter, and quiet moments, all woven together. As we walked further, something stopped us in our tracks. A man, quietly painting on the street. No rush, no noise, just brush to canvas, color to blank space, moment by moment. Watching him, I realized, this is what life is. God hands us a canvas each day, and it's up to us how we fill it. Some strokes may feel uncertain, others bold and bright, but together, they create something meaningful. And maybe that's faith too, trusting the process, even when we don't yet see the masterpiece. As we continued our walk down Main Street, the boutiques stood proudly, each one unique, each one adding to the character of this village. It felt like strolling through a living painting. Unionville is not just a street, it's a tapestry of history, community, and quiet wonder. One of those stories greeted us inside a boutique called Pretty Things. Every corner was filled with charm, each item crafted with care. It reminded me that beauty doesn't have to be grand. Sometimes, it hides in small details, waiting to be noticed. As we continued our walk, Unionville's Main Street welcomed us with open arms. It felt like stepping into a storybook. Old brick buildings, wooden storefronts, each one carrying whispers from generations past. Every corner had a character of its own. The boutiques, the little cafés, the vintage signs. They seemed to remind us that beauty doesn't always come from grand skyscrapers or modern skylines. Sometimes, it lives quietly in small town streets like these. Walking here, I couldn't help but think of how life itself is like this street. We pass by so many moments, so many doors, so many chances to pause, yet often we rush ahead without noticing. But faith teaches us to slow down, to look closer, to see God's fingerprints even in the ordinary. A smile from a stranger, a flower pot outside a shop, a child's laughter echoing down the street. Unionville's Main Street is more than just a place to visit. It is a reminder that the world still holds wonder if we are willing to look for it. That in the middle of our busy lives, there are places where time seems to stand still, inviting us to breathe, to feel, to remember that the simple things are often the most sacred. And then, in the simplest of moments, joy found us again. We ordered gelato, sweet, refreshing, simple, yet deeply satisfying. It was a small reminder that God's blessings aren't always grand gestures. Sometimes, they are as sweet and ordinary as sharing ice cream on a sunny day. As the sun lowered and we began our walk home, Unionville left its mark on us, not because of its shops, or its streets, or even its art alone, but because of the feeling it gave us: peace, stillness, gratitude, a reminder that no matter how far we travel, God always leaves beauty for us to find along the way. So, as we drove away, I carried one thought with me: the world is full of hidden gems, not just places, but moments. And if we slow down long enough, we'll see them, and we'll feel them, just as we did here in Unionville.